Yo, 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 what's good? Thank you for coming to the House of B.a.r.f. I'm Chanman, and before we get started, I would just like to emphasize that the content that we share on House of B.a.r.f. is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and the information provided should not be considered as professional financial advice. Investing and financial decisions involve risk. It is crucial to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any financial choices. The opinions expressed on House of B.a.r.f. are of our own and do not reflect the views of any organizations that we may be affiliated with. Please remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and the financial landscape can change rapidly. Always conduct thorough due diligence and seek financial advice from a financial advisor tailored to your personal needs and circumstances. By listening to this podcast, you agree that the host and in the future, if we have any guests, are not responsible for any financial decisions you make as a result of the information presented on House of B.a.r.f. Now let's dive into today's episode. Yo, yo, yo! What's good, Chanman? House of B.a.r.f. What's poppin'? Just getting this day started. It's Friday! Yo, it is Friday, February 23rd, approximately 8:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, crazy. Well, at least this time I didn't stay up till 3 o'clock. The crazy thing is I actually stayed asleep pretty much the whole night, but I did fall asleep around like midnight, like maybe 1 a.m. I was editing this video about constructive conversations over, got this new book, sold approximately about 120 copies. Matter of fact, I'm about to go to the flea market today and reserve my table. But essentially just constructive conversations, because I have noticed a little bit of so the book is about touching on the conversations of small business financial literacy for young children. Well, the young children are starting to ask questions to their parents about, financial literacy and small business. But I have noticed kind of like the book can start arguments, between, like, let's say like the teenagers or the young adults, and let's say the parents, and I am not trying to have this children's book create controversy between households. What they say, when the family feuds, the lawyers win. Okay, so, look, I love a good lawyer, don't get it wrong. I try to stay in contact with lawyers. A couple things I always try to think about. Got to have a lawyer on the team. Got to have a nutritionist on the team. Got to have an engineer on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people you want on the team. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer can argue stuff that, you can't, or you don't know how to argue. The nutritionist is going to keep your pulmonary arteries and, your whole pancreas and everything healthy. You know what I'm saying? Your engineer is going to help probably be able to build some shit that, we ain't really realized. Oh, is that how you make a radio? Oh, never knew. Little things like that, to just have on the team. And I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something else that would be very important. I'm going to say like an accountant or something. Somebody who can, handle the ledgers and whatnot. I literally just forgot what I was talking about, but it happens a lot. I lose train of my thought. That's why I should probably write down talking points so I can stay on track. But yeah. So I'm just excited that the book is doing what it was intended, which was to stir up the conversations. But yeah, I just hope that they're constructive and healthy conversations. So that was the video I was editing yesterday till approximately about no later than 1:30 a.m. And I don't even, my editing is not the best. Really, my editing just consists of me trying to cut out as much of the gristle as possible to try to get these videos as quick as possible, so that people can stick around as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? To the end. I don't even know if I really care. I don't even know if that's really the point, is to have somebody stick around to the end. I know that is for monetization, but I mean, that doesn't really bother me. If the person's ready to move on, they're ready to move on. But you get these analytics. Hey, people only finish your video 10% of the time. They only watch. You're only able to retain your audience for this long. So it's things like that that I take a look at. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe if I just make the video shorter. And I have noticed that when I make a video that's only like 6 seconds, 8 seconds, which, I mean, of course, it's 6 to 8 seconds, the retention rate is like 60%, like 50%. It jumps up tremendously. So, I'm like, okay, well, the attention span is about 6 to 8 seconds. So you try to squeeze in as much as you can in those 6 to 8 seconds. But yeah, everything else has been going well. Going to try to get down to the flea market today and reserve my table. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it 2 days or if I'm just going to do it 1 day. But I'm definitely going to try to do it 1 day. So I'm going to handle that. Still got Chandler Gregory Hayes, the financial therapy / consultant company. Still need to do some research if there's anything that I need to acquire, licensing, certification in order to do it. There's always these people who, I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't be, but I'm driving right now, and sometimes there's these people who, like, I don't know how to describe it. They try to take the exit all the way from the back of the line. They try to switch the lane and try to hurry up and zoom all the way to the exit, and then now I got to get over because I'm taking that exit. It's like, dude, woman, whoever, you're not the only person taking this exit. It's just we haven't merged over yet. But whatever. I know you don't get what I'm trying to say. But still, so I, maybe we'll do that together. Look up whatever licensing and certification I got to get in order to be, able to do therapy and consulting. And do I plan on being, Dr. Phil Good? I'm not going to be Dr. Phil Good. That's Dr. Phil. I mean, he got put on, I believe, by Oprah Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? Those people. I seen this one video of Dr. Phil talking to this guy, this streamer named Jack Doherty or something. And it didn't seem like it went well. And so I had kind of a little bit of a coaching session, a quasi coaching session. So essentially I'll get phone calls from people, they know see, when you're not in the industry, financial coach, financial advisor, financial, guidance, financial consultant, all these terms, you're like, what? They're all the same thing, right? No, not technically. Financial advisor are registered with a broker dealer. You know what I'm saying? Financial consultant can be anybody out here on these streets, just consulting. You don't have to be licensed to do that. You could be on YouTube, and have people call into you and be like, hey, what's up, Chan? What's poppin', man? I'm sitting here and blah, blah, blah. And I can say, hey, baby, look, hey, my guy, look, we're looking at your bank statements. You're at the bar 15 times a week. You're bar hopping. And, you're spending about $10,000 to $20,000 just on liquor alone. You can't own the liquor unless you own the liquor. Other than that, you're just a tenant. You're just renting, So come on, we got to work on it. I could do that all day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really find that stuff could be constructive. I think people already have a pretty good idea of the steps. We can work and take our time. Now, I will admit, I did have a boy who used to work in a women's battered facility. And he told me the conversations that he has with these women sometimes. And trust me, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, women being battered, hey, I don't know if he still works there, but trust me, I'm all for the good. I want to see everybody be successful. I don't think do I think there should be something for children and Of course, but sometimes you just got to specialize in something. You can't always be bouncing around. So he worked at a women's battered facility, and sometimes he's like, "Man, I just got out of there, and you would never believe what I got to tell these women, And I'm like, what's the kind of stuff you had to tell them? Like, dude, I had a woman come in today. She had an interview. We got her an interview for a job, and she came to me after the interview, and I saw what she was wearing, and I said, "Hey, did you change clothes before you came here, or is this what you wore to your interview?" She's like, "Yeah, this is what I wore to my interview." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know what she had on," but he was like, "Yo, it was not interview appropriate." Now, I think interview appropriate wear is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. Do you know how long I've been out of work? I've been out of work for like a year. Do you know what I've been doing? I've been struggling to maintain groceries, struggling to maintain a roof, a car. Do you think I got interview clothes? I don't even know if I weigh the same weight that I did when the last time I had a job. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure my waistline's progressing. So, I like, look, it's like, how they say you got to pay the cost to be the boss? Yo, in order to be successful, it's like you got to pay the tab. It don't make no damn sense. You should have an individual coming into interviews looking rough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, what's going on? I'm not expecting somebody to come into an interview looking stellar unless they're transitioning from their current job to the new job. Then I could understand them coming in looking stellar. But if somebody's been unemployed for a little while, I don't understand this world. I really don't. This stuff is all backwards. Just like another thing that's backwards. I'm sorry. This is some other shit. How the hell does HR work? How the hell do I have an HR representative who's supposed to have my back? But then if I file a claim against the company, it's my HR representative who's in court fighting me. Like, what? Like, I don't get this. I'm sorry. I don't get this stuff. But, yeah, so, so he would say, you would never believe, and he's not like, let me fix it. It's not to a point where it's like, is he making fun of him? No, hell no. No, he was passionate about this. And I'd be like, goodness, like, a lot of people make fun of me because they call me Theo Huxtable. I've been called Leave It to Beaver. You know what I'm saying? Just a little black guy from the suburbs. I love riding bicycles. I love rollerblading. Love going to the movies. Real chill. I even lose my black card because I get an Xbox instead of a PlayStation. People are like, oh, you ain't black. Like, so, I'm like, yo, for real, this is the stuff you got to talk to them about, and they're like, my boy's like, yes, I do. You do. He's like, Chan, you don't understand. Some of these women grew up, mother was a heroin addict. Daddy was an alcoholic, so essentially they raised themselves from when they were real young children. No one talked to them about hygiene and wardrobe and vernacular and all these different things that me personally, were able to get growing up in a wonderful. I was truly blessed by God. God said, listen to my parents. I'm going to send you down these children, these 4 children, and take care of them. And my parents, in my personal opinion, as you should feel about your parents, or as I would hope you feel about your parents, did a wonderful job. Did a fantastic job. Were my parents the best parents in the world? Hell nah. We all had our flaws. Was I the best child in the world? Nah. Am I the best parent now? No. We all have our flaws. My parents did a phenomenal job. With the resources, the limited resources they had, they did the best they could and are still doing the best they can. Especially with me going through I'm going through a marital thing right now. I'm getting divorced. They're sitting there sticking next to me, helping me out, get through this trial and tribulation. I got 2 little ones that, are going through some trauma, watching their parents split up. and we're just trying to show them a good time. Just make sure that they stay happy. And this is a devastating time for me because also at the same time I was getting divorced, I'm losing my job, and I have to say, God, my parents, and my little ones, they've been so supportive. They've been there, just to help, uh, we've been there for each other, so I've been very fortunate. But yeah, sometimes you never know what conversations you really have to have with people. And I do think two things. One thing is a crock of shit that if you don't tell me, I don't know, I think you can use that as an excuse to an extent of, hey, what do they call it? Plausible clause or something. I can't remember what they call it. Where essentially, hey, I didn't know, so I don't know, and then on the other end, it is true where it's like, hey, if you don't tell me, I really don't know. I had a conversation with one of my little ones a couple months back. They got like pushed at school. And I'm like, what? Why didn't anybody tell me? And it's like, we didn't want to worry you. We didn't want to. I'm like, well, damn, thanks. And like, how many times did they put their hands on you? It was like 2 times. I'm like, what? Let's see, I don't want to get you. It's like, yo, if I don't know, I can't help you. So to an extent, I get it. It's true. And I could ask, hey, how was your day today, honey? How was your day today, baby? Good. What'd you do? Math, science, this, went to recess, had, orange juice, popsicles, and donuts and ice cream, whatever. And it's like, oh, cool. And then brush over the fact, oh, this person pushed me in class today. So I don't know, but on the other end, there's, I forget what they call it. It's like plausible clause or something, where essentially you turn a blind eye purposely, So yeah, so I know there's going to have to be some conversations, but also going back to Dr. Phil, I saw him lose his cool. And so I had a quasi coaching session. I have a lot of them. I used to have a lot of them. It's funny. People are very funny creatures to me. Like, watch when I get a job. Watch people start calling me for financial consulting. People are not going to call me right now when I'm available. I'm here because, oh, isn't he getting divorced? Oh, didn't he lose his job? Oh my gosh. Oh, he is falling off. You see that gut? And look at that beard. He looks homeless. Is he homeless? Yeah, he's living under the Woodrow Wilson. That's a bridge out there, DCVA, the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. But then watch. Some company is going to call, hey, Chan, we would love to bring you in. We're only going to pay you $35,000 a year. It's okay. We're going to give you the opportunity to grow with the company. It's, all right, cool. Get the job. I say, okay, I accept the role for $35,000 a year, or, whatever. I'm kidding. But I accept it. And, which $35,000 a year is wonderful pay. I just know that right now companies are going through a lot with, they're bringing in AI, they're bringing in different softwares, commercial real estate, hit them over the head. They've been going through a lot. So they don't really have the funds as much as they used to be able to maintain their organizations. And wages of employees are increasing. So minimum wage just increased to $15. So the employer is like, hey, look, sure, we'll pay our employees more. You want us to pay our employees more? Sure. Cost of goods and services is going to go up. So it's a whole, I don't know what you call it, pendulum swing or something. I don't know. Checks and balances, whatever. I don't know. But so yeah, why? Finally joined the company, and next thing you know, it's going, oh, you work for such and such. Oh, I've heard of them. I know that company. Yeah, so you got a financial consultant therapy / company. I'm like, yeah, I do, but I can't practice it right now. Be conflict of interest with my company, You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, well, can we just talk real quick? And trust it. So that's how the coaching sessions have been, is people sitting there just wanting to conversate. Hey, I just want to get something out of my system. I just need to get this out of my system. So it's like, sure, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Really, I'm not trying to give advice, because advice can get kind of icky. You know what I'm saying? If I give you great advice, you love it. You run off, you tell all your buddies, oh my gosh, I never believed Chandler, he made me $25,000, which I didn't make you $25,000. We sat down, we consulted, we thought about a plan and said, hey, let's see if this works. Oh, he made me $20,000. Holy moly cannoli, and it's like, no, okay, cool, whatever, and then you walk around and you go around telling all these people that you're a trader. Yeah, yeah. Oh, stock market, I traded. Stock market, $20,000. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And this stock. Oh yeah. Made the trade 20. So now you got all these investors going around like, oh, I'm going to go around and make $20,000 myself. How do I do it? Oh, we put like $50,000 on this call or something. And people are like, yeah, let's do it. They say, no, this person, that contract expires worthless. They lost $50,000. And all these people who, oh man, it's a scam. So now you got people going around saying, oh, the stock market is a scam. I'm a trader. I put $50,000 on this out of the money call and it expired worthless. And now the stock market is a scam. And it's like, oh gosh, this is terrible. And then whose name are they dropping? It's Chandler. It's Chanman. Don't follow him. He's a scam. It's like, oh. So it's a real sticky situation with advice. So I typically stay away from advice. I typically kind of like, I don't know what you would call it, take the horse to the water. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, hey, look, you're thirsty. Here's the water. Now we can talk about all the different things with the water. Is it still water? Is it running water? Is there another river uphill where some people are shitting and washing their clothes just 5 miles up? Just different things that we could talk about, but at the end of the day, your decision is your decision, compared to if you have like a financial advisor at a broker dealer. They can literally say, if they're in the capacity, if they're, this is their role, they can literally say, they don't even have to call you. If you give them I forgot what it's called. Oh my gosh, I've been out of the industry for too long. You give them you just give them oh man, I forgot what it's called. But basically the ability to trade with or without your consultation. So sometimes people will say, I give them the right to trade in my account, but I would like a phone call first. Some people say, don't trade in my account unless I tell you to do it. Then there's other people that say, you can go ahead and trade in my account all willy-nilly. You don't even have to call me. I trust you. So you fill all this information out in paperwork, so if you have an individual like that, they may not even have to call you. They just say, yeah, this is what we did this year. This is how much you owe, in commissions and fees, or this is how much you owe me, the 1% annually, or whatever it is. They go over all that stuff, but when you're a financial coach or guidance or consultant or something like that, what you do is you have to use a lot of words like typically, supposedly, generally, use a lot of those words all the time. So if I get this stock at a low price and I sell it at a high price, I made money, right? Generally. Generally? What do you mean? Generally. Typically. It's like, what? Okay. So use a lot of those words. And then you also bring like multiple options. So this person's like, hey, I want to invest in NVIDIA, the XXX leveraged NVIDIA fund. And this is what this person wants. And they say, but I want you to let me know if that's a good idea or not. Okay, so this person, that's where they're going. but you're a consultant. You can't go down that path of just offering one. If you ever get called into like arbitration or something, and so this person invests in this triple leveraged ETF, tech sector, whatever, right? And the thing comes crashing down, right? Now they not only lost their principal, now they owe money. Millions, they owe $1 million. What the fuck? What the hell happened? Now whose neck is on the line? Yours, because you gave them advice. They're going to want to know, how did the conversation go? Oh, he just offered me this ETF, and that was the only thing that he offered. And you're going to be like, yo, they said that they wanted that. Now, if you have the conversation where it's like, look, yes, I understand that you want this triple leverage tech sector, whatever, ETF. Also, we have bond ETFs. We also have index ETFs. This could give you a little bit more diversity. This ETF has this as an expense ratio. Your ETF has a higher expense ratio. Your portfolio is managed by this person. They're a younger person. They really just got into the game not too long ago, about 5, 6, 7 years ago. These other portfolios are managed by these people. These people have been managing these portfolios since 1992. Different things. Then you offered them more. Then they could say, hey, get me in that triple X leveraged high-low tech sector fund. It's like, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and jot this down that you made this decision, on your own, not by the recommendation of your consultant. Jot it down. So then everything's covered. Boom, boom, boom. They get into it. And then if anything happens, pretty much the conversation's covered. Now, in that scenario, if I was to kind of consult on some triple leverage, double flip, tech sector fund, I would also possibly consider a hedge position. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. Doesn't have to be anything crazy either. Hopefully not too expensive, but just to cover your ass. You know what I'm saying? Just look, this thing is triple leverage. I'm just making this up. But, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of put a little hedge under there. And so when the conversation of hedge comes up, everybody's like, oh, isn't that rich people shit? It's like, dude, no, it's not rich people shit. It's a strategy. Basically, if you have a long position that's bullish, you just have a long position that's bearish as well, just in case the market moves against you. That, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to cover all your losses. So let's say, for example, the triple X, tech sector leverage fund moves against you. And in one day, you lose $10,000. Damn! The hedge position will probably make like $5,000. Depending on how it's set up. Don't quote, generally, technically, supposedly. All right. It's not, it'll cover, and then next thing you know, you're like, that fell. Oh, thank God. I thought I lost 10 grand. And it's like, oh, but good thing I put that hedge in. It took on about, it took on a nice little brunt of the losses. So now you're down about 5 G's or something like that. Don't quote me. Generally, typically, advisably, supposedly, any other words that end in Lee, so that's why you kind of have that hedge position. Now, on the other end, can hedge positions go against you? Yes. See, the thing about strategies is it's not supposed to be this, in my personal opinion. Don't quote me, okay? I'm just some broke man investing. In my opinion, you're supposed to have different strategies, okay? Now, do you use all these strategies? No, stick to what works best for you. One strategy I think works best? 2 strategies I think work really well. Do I stick with them? No. I go out there and I do risky things. 2 strategies: short puts, covered calls. Short puts, covered call. I think those 2 strategies, you could pretty much stick to that. But no, am I going to do that? Hell nah. When I get my money, it's going to be iron condors, iron butterflies, straddles, strangles, diagonals, calendars. Trust me. Because one, it's fun for me and I take a little bit more risk. Now, when my portfolio gets something crazy, we heard Chris Rock talk about it. When you start losing big bucks, then that's when you see people taking the stairs up and the window down. You know what I'm saying? But essentially if I get to a place where I got like a good portfolio, I don't know what that number is, but that's when you're probably going to just see me stick with the short puts, covered calls. A short put basically is when you say, hey, this stock is not going lower than this price, than this strike price. Somebody says, yes, it will. You say, no, it won't. They say, yes, it will. You say, no, it won't. All right, then let's make a bet. And you say, all right, cool. What's the bet? It's going to go below strike price 30. And you say, no, it won't. And they say, yes, it will. So then you say, all right, I'll sell you this bet. It's going to go below 30. They say, I'll buy it. So as long as this stock does not go below 30, your contract will expire worthless and you get to collect premium. So what if this is a stock that you actually think is a really cool stock? And let's say it goes below 30 and you get assigned and you have to sell this person, or you have to buy 100 shares or whatever it is, how many contracts you have out there of this underlying stock. You have to buy the shares. They get to sell it. They're shorting. Okay, so it went below 30. So they said it's not going to go below 30. Now you got to buy the shares at 30. They're selling them at 30. And then I don't know what they do. They may not exercise. They may just, close the contract, or they may exercise the shares and then maybe close it out that way. I'm not sure what they would do. But let's say it's a stock that you actually like and you get assigned 100 shares of this stock. You're like, you know what? Cool. And then you can go in there, cover call it, where essentially then you sell a call saying that it won't go above this price. Somebody says, yes, it will. And you say, no, it won't. Yes, it will. No, it won't. And then you sell another contract. And if you get assigned, you just sell the shares that you already have. So pretty much you're in this position where you're really just trading or betting or whatever on funds or shares that you already have. We're not in a situation where we're selling puts on things, and because eventually you do get different eligibility levels. I would love to go sell a put and not have the whole amount come out of my account, because that's what happens. Is like if I say I want to sell one contract on this company, let's say it's $30, $3,000 comes out of my account. It's sucked out. And it's like, damn, I wish I could just sell the contract and then go sell another contract. But again, if you ever get assigned, you're going to run into a serious issue, because your broker dealer is going to give you the margin for this so that you can have those shares. And if you're down, you're going to really run into some serious shit, and you're going to be like, man, I ain't got it. Devils roll the dice. Angels roll the ice. And it's you. You're going to start singing some random song. I ain't got it. Devils roll the dice. But yeah, you're going to be, yeah. So I get it from the broker dealers, because then that puts them at risk. Now they got to figure out how they're going to cover all these shares that just got bought up by this person who don't got it in their account. This person has 10,000 shares of NVIDIA. What the fuck? How? This guy decided that he wanted to go and sell 100 puts. You know what I'm saying? Like, gosh, in the whole $30 million or whatever. I don't even know how much it would be, But other than that, there are still several different strategies that are out there that I think are very beneficial in being able to utilize if the situation calls for it. So yeah, I know I was talking, sometimes I forget why I even brought it up though. But yeah. Other than that, real quick, let me take just a real quick break. Got a couple things to do. It's approximately 8:40 a.m. I checked the market earlier this morning around like midnight, 1 a.m. But let me go check it again. I'm gonna be right back. Thank you so much. It's Chanman, House of Barf. I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Mankson and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Mankson sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Mankson and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Mankson, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Mankson learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Mankson set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Mankson, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right. Thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless. Yo, what's good? Chanmanhouseofb.a.r.f. But yeah, we're just talking about like hedging and whatnot, and like, there's a lot going on in my neighborhood right now. Supposedly there was an incident last night. Yeah, so there's a lot going on, but yeah. So even can a hedge go against you? Of course it can. And that's one thing about investing. Anything can go for you or go against you. It's not um everything's not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? I know there's going to be a lot of individuals you'll see online. You know, people telling you, "Oh yeah, man, this shit's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Yo, you need to hook up with my boy. It's guaranteed." Hey, if it works out, fantastic. But seriously, guaranteed. Um, what do they say? There's only a few things that are guaranteed: death and taxes. You know, so like, yeah, that term it's I don't know, but hopefully it worked out for some individuals who they say, hey, this is guaranteed. But yeah, so like even a hedge position, right? So you say, hey, if this stock goes above this price, uh, I want to buy it, but just in case, I want to put a hedge position in that if it goes below this price. So there are some times when a hedge position can sit right there in the middle. It's not going below. So even let's say you do a straddle. Okay, so you do a straddle where essentially even the expiration and the strike price are the same. Again, the strike price is the price that we agree upon. The expiration is the date of where this contract will expire. So, in at expiration, either your contract expires worthless, or you can exercise it, or you could just settle it, monetary wise. So even if you get the same expiration, same strike price, let's say expiration January 17th, 2025, strike price 30. All right. So with the call, the break even, okay. So with the call, the premium is, let's say 5. And let's say with the put, the premium is 10. All right. So the break even for the call is 35, which is strike plus premium. And then the break even for the put is strike price minus premium, which would be 20. So if this thing sits at, 25, anything between 20 and 35, you're losing money on the straddle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your call may be making $20, but your put is losing $40, whatever it is. So this thing can go against you. If there's no swing, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you're pretty much losing money on that straddle. And you hedged your position thinking you were doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, nothing's guaranteed. Things happen, things go crazy left and right and up and down. And the main thing is that, in my personal opinion, is that and I know nobody wants to hear about this type of investing. You have good, prudent strategies that are consistent. And notice I didn't say conservative, but are consistent. You want to be risky, okay? You want to be Superman in the stock market, the Wall Street Superman. You even if you're being risky, if you have a consistent strategy, you know what I'm saying, then pretty much your wins and your losses should be pretty consistent. You're just going off the deep end, and instead of doing one contract, you're doing 10 contracts. And it's like, oh shit, this shit crazy. But look at the gains. You ever seen, man, sometimes I'll play around with like my analysis tool. you know what I'm saying, my risk analysis tool or whatever, man, I'll put in 10 contracts. I'll be like, yo, let me just see what happens if I was able to get 10 contracts. Dude, when that shit gets past break even, like let's say I got a long out of the money call. Like out of the money call just basically means when market price is above your strike price. You know, or wait, Tom, my bad. No, shit. I want to make sure I say it correctly. Out of the money call, strike price is above. I'm sorry. Strike price is above. So a way out of the money call is when your strike price, let's say the market price is 30 and your strike price is like 70. That is a way out of the money call. So why would I get it at strike price 70? One, I'm bullish on this underlying stock. Two, the premiums were so dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? Even if the expire is worthless, I could give a shit less. You know, the premiums was 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just cost me a couple $100 to get this contract. And if I blow a couple $100, I'm fine. You know, but if it goes past 70, which of course that's what you're thinking would happen, then it's like, it's crazy. So I'll put in like 10 contracts and, you know, just my risk analysis tools and whatnot. And I'll be like, man, what happens if this thing was to go past break even? I just want to see. Man, you'll just see the thousands of the dollars, just every dollar, just 2,000, 5,000, 10. I'm like, damn. Goodness, you make a couple really good calls, you know, no pun intended, you know, but some really good choices. Man, and it always seems like, then why the fuck do I keep making the wrong choice? Like, how does this keep happening to me? You know, but that's why you want to have the good good consistent approach, you know, towards it, where you have your, whatever it is, stop losses in, your limits in. So you got your order types in, you got your hedge positions. Now, don't take this as advice. If you don't want to hedge, don't hedge. If you just say, look, I'm just going to buy a long out of the money call, and if it just expires worthless, it just expires worthless. I don't care. That's your choice. Or if you say, look, I'm just going to sell out of the money short puts, and I'm not going to buy a put. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to get the short put. Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's, you know, essentially that would be a put credit spread. You know, if you're like, no, I don't want to do the put credit spread thing. I'm just going to get the short put. If I get assigned, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no problem. Again, my thing is, do you know? So earlier I was talking about Dr. Phil and how he lost his cool on this streamer named Jack Doherty. I had a similar experience where kind of doing a quasi coaching thing, and I lost my cool. And that's the thing about being in this position of a consultant or a therapist, is that's something I don't want to do. I don't want to be losing my cool in individuals, because there are some real, when it comes to conversations like finances and cuisine and religion and race, and these conversations, they can be really tough conversations to have with people. Why do all black people do this? Oh gosh. Why do all Christians do this? Oh goodness. You know what you should do with your money? What? You know what you need to put in that potato salad? What? You know, these things can be very sensitive conversations. So while coaching and therapy, you know, I try to stay away from terms like you know what I'm saying? You know what you should do? Or have you ever thought? I'd be like, hey, you know, one thing I do that doesn't really work as well as I thought it would, I'll try to relate with a story of my own experience. I say, you know, one time I was doing this, and the reason why it doesn't work really well is because people think I'm talking about myself. I'm like, what? No, I'm not talking about myself. I was trying to relate to your experience. And through my experiences, I was going to basically say what I did. Not saying that's the correct answer or not, but this is what I did. It kind of worked out for me. Not saying it'll work out for you, but this is kind of my experience. What ends up happening is people end up saying, like, I thought we were here to talk about me. I'm sitting there, I'm like, we are, you know, but we're sitting here talking about you. I'm like, no, 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 no. So I try to find different ways to kind of approach the situation without saying terms like you know what you should do, or you know what you should do with your money, or you know what you need to do, because immediately I feel like it puts the person's ears back. Well, what is this person about to tell me I need to do with my money? You know, there's a few things. Again, people don't want people to tell them what they need to do with their money. Some people may say it like, yo, just tell me what to do with my money. Tell me. You know, that may be some people. I get kind of concerned about those people because I'm like, oh gosh, don't run into a scam. You know, oh, here, just sign your name right here on this power of attorney and on your will, and we're going to get this taken care of. You know, but yeah. So I just try to stay cool. But yeah, I did lose my cool. Again, I've said it before. So I'm in this semi-quasi coaching session. The reason why I keep saying quasi is because individuals want to talk about the finances and they want to regurgitate things. They don't want to pay for services. A lot of people don't understand paying for services when it's related to financial services. It doesn't make sense to people. How the hell am I supposed to get out of this hole if I'm paying you for your services? And it's like, well, I mean, anytime you go to a restaurant, do you tip the waiter? Well, some people say not, but you're supposed to, even if they're an awful waiter, because they did provide a service. It was just awful. Just tip them a penny. I got some. That was good. This is Passion Fruit by Sabor Latino. It's just sweetened cane sugar. It's pretty good. It's nice and cold. All right. So yeah, I was sitting down with this individual. Of course, they want to sit down and talk about trading and everything. How fantastic they're doing and how much money they're making and how much money they're going to make in the future, which is fantastic. Set goals and then set strategies to reach those goals. That's what it's all about. So, you know, as they're talking, and a lot of times I do just sit there and listen, but there's sometimes where I'll say, you know what? Here, let me just see. Are you familiar with risk analysis? Like, no, I don't want to hear about risk analysis. I don't know. What is it? What is that? I don't know. I got my plan. I'm sticking to it. So, all right, cool. I'm not here to give advice. I'm here to listen to you. Came up again. Curious. There's a strategy out there. Are you familiar with a hedge strategy? No. I don't want to hear about hedging. Is that for rich people? And not to mention, I'm sitting there listening to this person talk continuously. So, oh man, there was this other kind of thing that would frustrate me. It'd be like, people will say things like, I really want to become an expert trader. I say, sure, yeah, well, let's work on it. I'm not saying I'm an expert trader. I do have experience. Let's work on it. So then you go hang out with these individuals. You would imagine for what? Trading. And typically, I'll trade on my computer. And I'll sit there and I'll say, hey, I'll sit here. I'm going to work on my trades. You have any questions? I'm right here. Okay, I'm sitting right here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit here and do my trades. You know, oh, do you trade like throughout the day? If I have the eligibility and everything, yes. Oh, no, I only trade 15 minutes out of the day, 20 minutes out of the day, because that's what people told me that you're supposed to do. You're only supposed to trade a couple, maybe 30 minutes to an hour out of the day, and then you're supposed to quit. And then once you reach your goal, and you're done. It's like, okay, great. I've heard that strategy when I started investing, as too. And that's what the experts do. It's a fantastic strategy. But you know, I'm okay. You know, I'll be fine. You know, you'll just do more harm to yourself than you do good. Okay, great. I got you. I've heard that too. I get it. I've been there. You know, not saying that sometimes it's good to review. Sometimes it's good to go back. That's one thing I love about trading with newer investors, because they take me back to shit that I totally forgot over the years. I'm like, oh yeah, I did kind of forget about that. You know, a lot of times it's some technical analysis tool that they may have found. So, I did used to use that. Kind of got away from it. Because over the years when you trade, you go back and forth. You use the 9-day exponential, the 21-day exponential, the MACD, the Keltner channels, the Bollinger Bands, the volume profile. So you have all these tools, and that's just technical analysis. We didn't even get into fundamentals, the EPS, the EBITDA, the EBIT. All these different things, that you try to use, and some things you keep, some things fall apart, some things you go back to. It's all beautiful. It's all beneficial. Another thing that really frustrates me personally. This one thing that really frustrates me. So, go to trade with, not to trade, but go to consult, coach, not coach, but therapy, guide, consulting, go to there to do that and let them know, like, here, I'm just sitting here, don't feel like you have to sit next to me and trade. I'm going to do my trades. And I'm not going to bother you if you do your trades. Look, it's cool. I'm just here to, if you need to talk about something, I'm here. So I go over, and all we're sitting there is talking about our fat asses, marriage, 2K. I'm like, yo, I know I'm not sitting here. Why this person's just sitting there, playing 2K. And not to mention, they mentioned that they want to become an expert investor. Now, if you don't want to be an expert investor, that's cool. If you just want to go ahead, make a couple trades, you make a couple dollars, you're good to go, blah, blah, bing, bada boom, you're done. And you don't really care about being an expert trader. You think you're going to go back to work or whatever it is, or you're just doing this as a side little thing. Cool. But when you say things like, I want to be an expert trader, you want to become an expert trader, and I'm not even an expert trader, right? It takes so much time and effort. Even when you're done trading, in my personal opinion, you should be doing a couple of things. Research on the market, whatever market you're in. If you're in cryptocurrencies, Forex, stock, U.S. equities, foreign equity, whatever it is you're in. Research. Okay. So whatever time your market opened, let's just say 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever, 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever, 9 o'clock in the morning, your market opens. Okay. And your market doesn't close till 5 p.m. You did all your trades for the day. You traded from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. You got your funds, you got your money, you're out. You're done for the day. That's your strategy. I'm done for the day. I don't trade anymore past 10 a.m. Fantastic. That does not mean your day is over. If you want to become an expert trader. See, another thing about expert traders, they want to make $500,000 a year. They want to make between $1,000, $2,000 every single day. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be the best trader, and I'm going to make like $1,000, $2,000, whatever, $10,000 a day. That shit is not going to come from doing a couple little trades in the morning and then playing 2K for the rest of the day and then trying to hop into the market and, do some more trades. I'm gonna do some more trades tomorrow morning. It's not how it's gonna work. In order to become an expert, my personal opinion, in order to become an expert investor, an expert trader, and most likely day trader, swing trader, whatever it is, I don't know all the terms. I'm not perfect. In order to do this, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of research. So even if at 10 a.m., you're done trading, boom, you're done. Now it's time for research. And I mean research until, you got to think, you're trying to attempt to make, so out of the years, 365 days, there's probably only approximately about 250 business days, considering holidays, weekends, all these things. Probably cuts it down to about 250 days. So if I'm correct, if my math is correct, each day you want to make $2,500 in order to make like $250,000, $300,000 at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is not going to come easy. It's not. It's just. It's going to be strenuous. That's why if you talk to a lot of investors, day traders, swing traders, whatever, I would say the average is like a football career, probably 4 to 6 years. You can't. A lot of these people, they make their millions. In my personal opinion, they still trade. They probably run into short puts, covered calls, but they go around and they become podcasters. They become speech people. They go around giving interviews and speeches. They're not sitting there till, whoo, I mean, because remember, you started doing research at 10 a.m. and you probably do research till, to be honest with you, probably until 9 a.m. the next day. You probably got about 3 hours of sleep. And the whole time you're just doing research. Because you got to get this next play. This next play has to be, remember, all these plays got to be precision, precise. You're not going to be able to just go in and make $300,000, $500,000 in 1 year just easily. You know what I'm saying? And not even are people trying to make $300,000 easily. They're doing it with portfolios of $50,000, $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to triple their account, quadruple their account, whatever it is. These aren't people with 800,000 in their account and they're just trying to make, I'm just trying to make 20% this year, which is about $200,000 if I'm correct. That I can understand being more reasonable. There's only about 250 business days that you probably can trade on. Each one of those days, you make it like $1,000 or something. You make approximately about $200,000, but you got $800,000 based on your risk analysis. You did pretty well, pretty good. You didn't risk too much. With $50,000, you're going in there and you're doing a whole lot of all on ABC stock. You're doing a whole lot of that to get this thing to move from 50 to 100 and from 100 to 150. Then 150 down to 100, 100 down to 50, 50 down to now 20, and 20 up to 50. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a whole lot of that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing you want to think about is sustainability. What a lot of people want to see when they go look for an investment is they want to see sustainability. How many of these investors are actually in this investment? Is this ticker symbol able to sustain their shareholders? People want to see that shit. It's like an employer. How many employees can you sustain or retain? How much turnover do you have? It does not look good if 6 months on the job of a manager, they already have a turnover. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, what the hell's going on? Like, yo. Or this manager has sustainability of 100%. They've been able to retain their whole team. So, is your strategy sustainable? Is this something that you can constantly do? If you're going to do something crazy like that, and this is not advice, I would just recommend maybe covered calls. You know what I'm saying? Again, if you're going to go off the crazy end and do a bunch of crazy shit, you got to be careful. You really got to be careful. I wouldn't even say, like a hedge position would be, you go, buy 100 shares and then you get the put. I guess you could do that as well. I would, I'm not even giving no advice on that because that's just crazy. If you're just going to do something crazy to try to hurt and flip, and then you're going to start trying to hop into pennies, you're going to try to get Tilray, but you're going to try to get like 1,000 calls out of the money. Damn it. Tilray keeps dropping. It was at a 20-year low. How the hell can it go below $3? It can. It's probably sitting, and don't quote me, probably sitting at $1 something or $2 and some change. And you're like, what the hell? And it happens, So that's why it's more so like you got to be sustainable. And so, yes, for me, it can be very frustrating to know that, okay, I'm hanging out with some people who want to be expert traders. I want to become an expert trader. So other than doing research from 10 o'clock a.m. to, I can guarantee you'll probably be doing research to at least about 3 a.m. And that's not good. I'm not saying this is good stuff. I'm not saying you should do this, but you want to hit these points. You know what I'm saying? And then not to mention even the losses. You have your stop losses, which means it's like, damn, today I just hit my stop loss. So I went ahead and wrapped it up. It's going to be days like that. So you do your research. Now, also another thing I say is don't look down on simulated trading. So for a few trades, for a few things you researched that you're like, hey, I'm done for the day. I made my limit. I try to make between 1,000 and 2,000. I try to make between 1% to 3% each day. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear percentages. I don't really care about dollars amounts because dollar amounts, they can really skew and mess everything up. When you try to say dollar amounts, I like to hear percentages. My goal is I want to make 4% each day. I'm like, okay, bet. My goal is I want to make 100% each day. Okay, damn. Okay. All right. Okay. Sounds a little risky. Well, I'm only going to use 2% of my portfolio to try to make 100% each day. Oh, well, damn. I like that. That's a good strategy. Only 2% of your portfolio you're going to risk to try to make 50 to 100%. Damn, I don't know how you're going to do it, but that sounds fantastic. Let me know about that. Keep me informed on that one. Out of the money calls. Or so I don't know what you would do. Something crazy. So yeah. So you got the simulated trading, you got the doing research, and then you go in pre-market, check your analysis, see if anything went crazy. All right, here we are. Let's get it. But I can't stand when somebody like, yo, I really want to become this expert investor, this expert trader. Yo, you want to come over and stop by and hang out with me and let's chill and let's talk about these trades and these investments. I'm like, cool. All right, I'll stop by. I'm not going to interfere with what you got going on. I'm just going to be there. Next thing I know, I'll get over there and they're sitting around playing 2K. I'm like, okay, it's cool. I have moments too. I have moments, but then we're pretty much sitting there playing 2K the whole day. I'm not playing. I'm sitting there. I got my laptop up and I'm doing my research and I'm trying to get my trades in, and then you're sitting there, you're talking about some married couple. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they're getting divorced too. Oh gosh, here we go. I know you're going through a divorce. Are you doing okay? Yes, I'm fine. We know you're not fine. You don't have to go through this by yourself. Listen, I did not come over here to talk about my divorce. That it gets me. I'm just trying, because I'm also really focused on my trades. Like seriously, I'm trying to look at financial statements for companies that I may not even be able to trade. I'm still trying to get out of this carnival trade, and I'm trying to look at this next trade, but I got to get out of this trade. At the same time, my account is dropping down because I'm withdrawing money. I got to get ready to withdraw money just to pay February bills, and March is coming up. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I've been interviewing. I haven't been getting any jobs. I know I'm not the best in the world, I guess. Just haven't really got the opportunities, But just keep my faith in God. I know God got me. Something hopefully will come through soon. It's getting tough. I still haven't paid my taxes because I know it's going to be ugly. I'm probably going to get a tax advisor, somebody who can help me explain to the IRS. Yes, I've been taking a lot of distributions and withdrawals, but it's not what you think. This year, I'm in the middle of a divorce. I've been terminated from my employer. Um, my house almost went into foreclosure. I've been really going through a whole lot, so, if there's any way that, you could just kind of like help a brother out, you know, I've had a lot of money stolen, you know, oh my gosh, it's been a lot, and I just need some help from the IRS to understand, like, okay, this guy's going through a lot. If he wasn't in this situation, I mean, because look what he did the last 8-10 years of his life. He was doing nothing but contributions and deposits. Last 8-10 years. This is what this guy does. Because I was planning, so I'd have accounts for different times in my life. So I would have a 59.5 account. I would have a 70.5 account. And I probably wasn't too far away from starting a 120-year-old account. These accounts are, when I hit these milestones in my life, this is my money now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to, I'm 59.5. Oh shit, time to retire. But when you go through divorce and shit, man, all that shit starts getting wiped clean. It really does. You got to start withdrawing, taking distributions. Try to pay the bills. How many people have told me, oh man, just sell the house. Just get rid of the house. It's like, man, shut the fuck up. That's the reason why black people ain't got shit. They always sell shit. For what? A bottle of Louis the 13 and a pair of, I don't know, Balenciagas. Great. It's like, look, I am trying to hold on to the house. Can it be a liability? Yes. Can it be an asset? Yes. It depends on how you play it. The house right now, for me, is a liability. And not even is it just a liability. My income can't cover my outcome. I'm in a huge, terrible situation. But it's a great situation because in the future, people say, when you're going through a trial or tribulation, testify, tell people. I know you've heard me say this before if you listen. Because, yes, how I said before, my parents, yes, are my biological parents, my birth parents. My true parent is in heaven. But my parents were truly blessed to be able to raise me. I'm God's son. And I don't mean that like I'm something different. No, I'm a child of God. God blessed my parents with the opportunity to be able to raise me the same way God blessed me with the opportunity to be able to raise my children. God trusts me with this task. So that's how it is when you're going through, or we're going through these trials and tribulations. We sit there and we say, oh God, why? Why me? And we sit and sometimes we can, me included, sit in our rooms, bottle of Henny, some fried whiting, and just enjoy, some, the fish and the chips and put on our favorite show on Netflix and we can be in our comfort zone. And we can be in our zone that we're able to relax and let our mind be free and let our body be free, But what's the disservice in that? The disservice is, I know somebody say, what, eating that fried fish and Henny, that can't be good for you. Yeah, it's not good. But I'll leave that to the nutritionist. What I'm saying is, it's not good because whatever the situation is that you're going through, there's so many other people going through it as well. And it's very possible we could be the vessel to help this person dig themselves out of this hole. I know some people will say it, man, if somebody's in a hole, leave them. Leave them alone. Leave them there. They ain't going to do nothing good for you. They're just going to make your life just as miserable as theirs. But on another note, we could also help people dig themselves out of a hole because they're sitting there down there too, and it's like, hey, I want to let you know, buddy, I'm right there with you. My spouse left me too, man. And didn't even just leave me, left me for another man or a woman or whatever. Okay, so I know how you're feeling. But we got to get ourselves out of this hole. You got to dust off and try again, okay? They don't run the world. They're not the only you know, person out there in the world for you. And guess what? There's the internet now. You can meet you a chick from Bangladesh, from Tahiti. Like you good. You can meet them from anywhere you want these days. Now, that's another conversation. Is it right if you get on your feet and you're doing really well for yourselves to go to a country like fuck it, Philippines? I'm joking. Like Phuket, Philippines, and kind of live as a king? I don't know. That's not my conversation to have. But I kind of wonder about these things. Because now you going over there with your 100,000 USD and the house over there is costing, not as much. And you're copping up all the homes right near the beach. Is that right? So I think about things like that. Or should we indulge ourselves into the culture and live like the people on the land? I don't know. It's a conversation for another day. But, all right, it's approximately 9:20 a.m. Market's about to be opened up in about 10 minutes. I got to get ready to make some withdrawals, man, because I got to get these bills paid. I'm seriously surviving. So going into these interviews real quick, they'll be like, we seen you been out of work for like a year. What you been doing to survive? They think the book is what's helping me survive. They were like, so I'll tell them at some point in the interview, I'm like, yeah, I wrote a book. They're like, oh, that's what you've been doing. The book did not a thing. Okay? I just published the book literally like January 1st. Seriously. I'm sitting out here. Yes, I said I've sold about 120 copies, which is fantastic information. But the books are going for $10, $20. Not to mention, of that money, the publishers and the printers get probably like a third of that. 2/3. You know what I'm saying? And I'm truly blessed, but it's not the book. You know what it is? It's my intelligence. No offense, my financial intelligence. Okay, let me stop there. It's God. God blessing me with the financial literacy to be able to sit down and look at my late days, my due days, my grace period, my cutoff days, my reinstatement days, putting it all on, getting it all figured out, being able to have a list of all my bills, being able to play this game, driving me crazy, being able to have the ability to trade in the U.S. equities market in order just to bring in a couple of hundreds of dollars just to help me out. That's what's been getting me to last long. Being able to keep my faith and stay humble and stay patient. You know how bad I would love to just go do something stupid? But you know what that could do to my family? I already lost my spouse. My children are barely hanging on by a thread with their mental health. So dad wants to go hit a lick, and now he got caught up by the boys. They want to give him 5 to 10 years. Now my kid's done. So being able to have the faith to not be stupid and keep my faith and not fall into the devil and the tricks of the devil to go do something stupid. And, well, I don't want to call it stupid or desperate. Sitting here trying to show my children how to be an example. I feel like I'm in the fucking Bronx Tale, where they got the guy, Sonny, I think his name was Sonny, who was, the gangster on the streets. Then you got Robert De Niro with the pit stains on his wife beater, or tank top, whatever you want to call it. Sitting at a small ass table eating dinner with his wife. Kitchen's dimly lit. I'm sitting here. I feel like the dad in fucking Blow, where I'm taking my children to the flea market or to the bank to tell them how it really is and how I got to fight to keep the house and how I got to fight to figure out how to get this all figured out. I could easily go out there try to get a brick. Break it down. Shit, don't even break it down. Break it all the way down to little grams. You can't get nothing more than a gram from me. Nah. I ain't doing no eighths or quarters or whatever. Or that restaurant or business that has a dimly lit back door, and you can see them carrying the till bags out of the back door every damn day. And you're like, oh shit, man, it's dimly lit. Cameras probably can't see shit. Man, we could easily. That shit ain't gonna do shit. If I was supposed to be rich, I would have been rich. So you go try to hit a lick or go do some shit, try to go sell some shit, poison the streets. Just earlier, was just discussing how my buddy was working at a women's battery facility and how a lot of these women had to raise themselves from 2, 3, 4 years old. Mom was an addict. Daddy was an addict. Maybe it's something else, a gambling or alcoholism or something, or an abuser. So I'm going to go out there and sell that shit in the streets to contribute to that? Not every addict is not like that. Some addicts are our doctors, are our lawyers, are our tax advisors. They just like to have a little bump every now and then. Just need a little bump. Just gets me through my day. Oh, what's this nose? No, that nosebleed. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's too dry. The air's too dry. When it's too dry, my nose starts to bleed. Just need one more little bump. God, why is it every time that person go to the bathroom, all you hear them is sniffing? They go in the bathroom. God, what are they doing? What's going on? You know, they just love the smell of the potpourri. You know, the potpourri is really good. You know, so yeah, I'm not gonna pump that shit. If I'm gonna pump that shit, I'm gonna do it legitly. I'm gonna have that shit FDA approved. I'm gonna put a real product out there. You know I love my trap stars. You know I got love for y'all. The only thing is opportunity and vision and wisdom coming together. That's all it really is. You have the vision. Can you have the opportunity? And then can you have the wisdom from someone who can kind of guide you? You know, but a lot of times these things don't align. So what happens? We use our vision and then, so supposedly, and I got to get ready to go because it's only 5 minutes. When you're hungry, you say, I'm hungry. And you say, man, I want some yogurt or something, or cheeseburger, whatever. What's happening is supposedly, don't quote me, go talk to the nutritionist. But your body is saying, I'm hungry for this yogurt or whatever it is because it needs, let's say something like glucose. Your body needs some sugar. So it sends a message saying, hey, I want some yogurt because the yogurt has some sugar in it. It can't tell you, hey, I want this, some fruit or some meal you've never had that's all the way in India or some other country that you've never experienced. So your body immediately tells you something that you understand, that you know. Same thing. So you got a vision. I'm ready to make a difference in my life. I want to help my mother, my big sister, my big brother pay these bills. We're going to be rich. We got this vision. So when the opportunity comes up, you go right to what you know. It's right there in front of me. I see them at the basketball court, and don't disrespect the basketball court. I love the basketball court. The basketball court is awesome. I'm just using it as an example because people, that damn basketball court. So here, let me just get my laptop because it's only about 3 more minutes. So you say, okay, I got this vision, and you take the opportunity that's right in front of you. Hey, man, I always see you at this basketball court, and I always see you with a wad of cash. And what do? You know, what do you do? And they say, okay, little youngin', okay. Talk to me in a couple of days. I might let you know. I know I'm on it. No, I'm on. I might let you know, And so a couple of days later, they say, this is what we do, right? They pull out a bag of some chemical or some plant. You never seen it in your life. has an odor that you didn't know that's what it smelled like. And you say, you know what? This is the opportunity that I've been dealt. And these guys appear to know what they're doing. This is an opportunity, and this can get me to where I'm trying to go. Now, with the wisdom, they're not going to inform you how many people have died and OD'd or lost their house because they had to put their husband or their son in rehab before they killed themselves, or how many people got I think they call it a hot shot, which is essentially you thought it was heroin or cocaine or something and ended up being, I don't know, battery acid or something. I don't know these things. Or it ended up being fentanyl, and the person touched it and died, Unfortunately, they're not going to explain all this to you. They're just going to tell you the good things of how they got themselves a nice, pretty dark chocolate or a nice, pretty light-skinned Keisha, So basically what it can come to is if you could take that vision and just find the opportunity that's going to be more better. And trust me, you're going to travel the world trapping. You're going to live this fantastic life. The worst thing that could ever happen to me if I was a trap star would be going to jail like Bill Cosby at like 80 years old. Like, this is the time I'm supposed to be at home. They call it the golden years for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's time you're supposed to be chilling, watching your grandbabies or your great grandbabies, eating good food. You can fart now and nobody says shit about it. You can say whatever you want and don't nobody say shit about it. It's like you're supposed to be living out the golden years. You got no student loan debt. Your medical bills may be a little bit higher, but your children are grown. You just got money coming in for no reason now. That I would hate to be having the boys running up in there being like, all right, yo, we're about to take you down. Like, yo, you kidding me? I'm 90 years old. So yeah, real quick, let's see what CNBC talking about. They're on commercial break. So yeah, I just think about the being able to use the God-given talents and intellect that we have. Oh, here's the bell. All right, here we go. Market's open. CNBC is back.
They watch the show and they want to thank me for the shout out, and they say, I think this is very good. Rest assured, we're all over the AI opportunity at McDonald's. We currently are testing voice recognition in over 100 drive-thrus with the roll decision slated for later this year. They have 150.
And McDonald's is up approximately 11% over the year, so that's fantastic. I've actually been seeing it myself too, and I know I'm contributing to that. But yeah, it's just basically about I also say faith too, having the faith, the vision, the opportunity, and someone with some wisdom in your circle who can guide your raw talent. Because you're going to be raw. Just like even House of B.A.R.F, it's raw right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm using a cell phone. I have no team behind me. It's just me. Here goes CNBC's bell.
That's a great way to help people explain what's coming.
Yeah, again,
The Harlem Globetrotters are at the New York.
if I say something in the show that is not responsive, I correct immediately. And McDonald's is a terrific company.
Yeah, so so that's a beautiful thing, once you can finally have, last thing, there's this thing called coherency where basically your mind and your body are like together, and you just want to be able to get to this coherency of vision and opportunity and faith and wisdom, and we're all going to do fantastic. But yeah, I'm working really hard to just stay focused, stay, on a good path, because one day, wow, NVIDIA just went up 20%.
It's different. That's a technology company on wheels that is going to put out, they've got a new iteration coming up. Boy, the long knives are out for Rivian. Oh my, whenever you see that buy to sell, oh my God, that was brutal. Yeah. And when I saw it was at UBS, it was so brutal. It wasn't.
I'm going to take a look at Rivian real quick. I think their ticker symbol is RVN. But yeah, I love y'all. I really do love y'all so much. And I really hope you love yourselves. And, I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope we're taking care of ourselves. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Appreciate y'all so much. Rivian's struggling. Damn, down approximately over the year 40%.
You can learn from Phil. I mean, what is the bone of contention? Can they do the big Georgia factory? And what would typically most reporters...
So yeah, I'm going to get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all so much. I've been putting up my social media all over, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Please, if you have any time, follow me on there. Anything you can do to support, I would much appreciate it. Purchasing Langston Mason's Cool-Made Adventure, or if there's any possible way that you could send some funds, and trust me, I'll make sure that all this stuff goes to a good place. That's the goal. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Chanman, House of B.A.R.F. Blech! I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Mason's Cool-Made Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Mason's Cool-Made Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Mason's Cool-Made Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Mason and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Mason sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Mason and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Mason, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Mason learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Mason set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Mason's Cool-Made Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Mason's Cool-Made Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Mason, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Mason's Cool-Made Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Mason's Cool-Made Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.